Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Deep sea diving. That's all I got. I ran out of swashbuckling. Sea lovers. We are back tonight talking about the oceanic horror film that is the 1989 movie Leviathan. All right, the image kind of got cut off, so it said Leviathan. But that trailer did ask a lot of the audience because they didn't even say the word Leviathan. They just flashed letters. But I think, like back in the 80s, people knew how to read. People don't know how to do that shit anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore now. Nobody reads anything. It's all audiobooks, right, Aaron? You know what I'm talking about, right, Aaron?
Fuck you.
Remember when Aaron reads? It's all audiobooks. Spiv, it's nice of you to grace us with my
ears, damn it.
Your presence this week.
Are we still doing this podcast?
We've been doing it. Lindsay and I show up every week.
Like ride or die. Chris and I are always.
It's usually me, Lindsay, and Rebecca, and that's basically it. And then sometimes Aaron's there.
I missed 1 week for vacation, you asshole.
Only one? It felt like you were gone for weeks.
That's because you missed me that much.
I couldn't finish the movie last week.
Really?
It was a little rough.
It was very
have no trouble
assaulty.
finishing.
And that was a tame women in prison.
Yeah, that was a team.
Yeah, let's veto that genre.
I don't need to watch that for the year end.
Dude,
if we do year end, do I?
There is one I put on the list. It's like, what is it called, Lindsay? Like woman. What was it called?
Julie Strain.
No. What was the last Caged Fury? This was like Caged Heat 3000 or something.
Yeah.
And it's like a sci-fi.
Because it's like a prison on an alien planet.
Yeah,
It's like Dracula 3000 plus
maybe
women in prison.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be super pervy, but I don't think it's.
I'm okay with pervy. It's the sexual assault stuff that is just like, no.
Yeah.
This one will have sci-fi shit too.
Oh, there you go. We'll get some tentacles.
That'll make up for it.
So that is on the list. But Spiff, thanks for coming back to the show. We did miss you last week. We did probably say a lot of slanderous things about you.
You did.
In defense, that's what we do when people aren't on the show.
Wait, did you slander me too?
No, because you gave advance warning you weren't going to be here.
I use PTO. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you use
followed
PTO.
the process.
You got to use the PTO, Spiff. You just
I did
called
not
in
submit
sick,
my PTO.
and we all had to
I no-showed, guys. I no-showed.
Yeah, you even. What was that about?
We got to write
You
him
didn't
up
even say
right now.
anything. But better than AJ, who did just kind of disappear off the show 1 week and has never been heard from again.
He's fixing his roof.
He's fixing his roof. Aaron, happy birthday. We missed you on your birthday, but this was your birthday pick for Leviathan.
It was.
Because
why? Because we watched Screamers not too long ago with Peter Weller, and the next thing that popped up on my TV for recommended was Leviathan, and I haven't seen it in probably a year or two. So I was like, I like that movie. I know Chris was gonna likes that movie. I'm sure the others might too. So we deserve to have a decent movie once in a while. I picked it. That's why. And it's my birthday. So back the fuck off, Chris, because that's my birthday pick.
I know. It's just like, why waste your birthday pick on like a good movie?
It's my fucking birthday. I get to do what I want.
But like, don't you want to like make people?
Don't you want to watch garbage, trash,
no
awful shit?
I only did it because he asked me to do this like 9 years ago, and it's stuck.
I didn't get to pick a movie for my birthday this year.
Had I known what I was getting into, I'd have said, "Fuck no, man! I don't want to do that."
When was your birthday?
February 26th.
Oh, you missed it.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. Sean, if I didn't get to pick a movie for my birthday,
it's because we
then I
didn't
get
do
to
the
pick a movie.
podcast then. You were like off in La La Land or something.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, we
take a
were on
break for a little
hiatus.
bit.
Yeah.
Hiatus. I get to miss. It's my Christmas in July time. My Chris in
We'll
July.
do your unbirthday.
Yeah. How about my conception day? Like,
We put you back in.
This is
what
like
is 9 months
unaliving?
before February 26th when my parents banged it out? Let's celebrate that. Aaron. Well, my mom's dead now, so like that's that.
Yeah.
But
They
you
would
know,
have been like July.
That would be
August
about
time,
now, yeah.
well, then there you go. The
Inception date.
conception date. I should get a conception
It would
wheel.
have been last month, actually. Right?
Chris, I hate to tell you again, but you are adopted, so I don't know when you were actually born. We just picked February 26th because it had a nice ring to it.
Okay. That would suck to like get a DNA test and realize you're like 8 years older than you thought you were. And you're like, oh shit. But who knows? Maybe that'll happen. I never did the 23andMe. I
I
probably
mean, you
won't.
do have more grays than I do. Maybe you are the older brother.
I have a lot of more stressful of a life than you do. I don't get to go on vacations to Mexico.
You could.
He doesn't get to swim in his.
The only way I'm getting to Mexico is if I fucking swim there myself or whatever the.
I'll take you. Let's go.
Well, we're all going to Vakken
Brother
next year.
trip.
Ask him.
I'm not going to Vakken.
Why aren't you going to Vakken, Aaron?
Because I don't want to be at a festival for 3 days with a bunch of
4
smelly
days.
metalheads.
They're
4
Germans.
days.
They're German metal.
Fuck
heads.
that. No,
Well,
I'm
we're
too
not-
old for that shit.
We're not here to talk about whacking. We'll talk about Anal Fist or whatever it was your favorite band that opened last year for them.
rectal smegma
Rectal
or something.
yeah, whatever the fuck it was. Open sores and butt or something.
I thought it was Polypia.
Whatever your favorite whack. That'll actually be fun. I can't wait for you to come back and regale
Tell
us with
us all
those
the
tales.
names.
Because that was a good arc in the Bad Movie Night saga. And but there is no more time left for banter. Unfortunately,
no.
the banter has
not?
run out.
No, show's over.
But we have plenty of time to talk about the 1989 film Leviathan. So, Lindsay,
Yes.
would you tell me what it is about?
Okay. Hey, do you like aliens?
Yeah.
Do you like the Abyss?
Yeah.
How about John Carpenter's The Thing?
Yeah.
Well, have I got a movie for you?
I like this character still made. Let's get going.
Well, have I got a movie for you? RoboCop, the military guy from
Dead or
Rambo,
alive.
a wet bandit, Jenny Summers, the
Yeah.
concierge from Pretty Woman,
Oh, yeah.
British lady, and Ernie Hudson star in George C.
I'll do
Casada's
anything for a steady
Leviathan.
bitch.
Leviathan.
Boom, boom, boom.
Radar, pretty awesome. That guy from Batteries Not Included, who, dude, I looked him up.
did
It's
nothing else.
So sad.
Why?
He died the year Leviathan came out from AIDS.
He never got to see it?
The guy who he was
the-
like in the
yeah,
opening, he
Hispanic
like
guy.
ran out of oxygen, and then like he opens
Oh,
a thing.
yeah.
He's in Batteries Not Included. That's what I recognized him from. And yeah, he was only like 30 years old. He died as this
Damn.
movie came out.
That's really sad.
Because I was like,
That's
I think this
sad.
guy isn't he
It's
in a lot
Michael
of things? And I looked
Carmine?
up. Yeah, Michael Carmine, I think. Yeah.
Dude, that's a shame.
Yeah, it made me actually kind of sad. But that was a great trailer. Premise hole, Lindsay. Thank you for doing that. Spiv, good contribution. This is why we have you on the show. That was great.
I'll see you next week.
And you can pretty much
good
sign off
job,
now.
Spiv.
You're done here, sir. We have a lot to get to, honestly. There's a lot of AI stuff tonight. Like the AI that I thought was
good.
going to be really like not work because this movie's called Leviathan. It went pretty creative. I'm not going to lie. And we got a lot. This pretty much that's really what I want to talk about. I don't really want to talk about Leviathan because the movie's awesome. Aaron's
why not?
floating A. What
Where'd
is
you
this?
go?
Why don't you want to talk about Leviathan?
Why don't you want to be on camera? Where'd
Oh,
you...
I'm fixing something for the history.
Oh, gotcha.
He's fixing
you did a
himself.
history
If
hole?
you come back on without a shirt on,
Okay.
let me know.
fine,
I got to
put it
raise the
on.
Patreon price before you do that. All right.
I was going to show you my flipper.
What is going on? Is that all trash? Like, why is there carpet all covered in red?
What are you talking about?
Is that dirt?
It's a
It's
carpet.
just a design.
It's a rug, you asshole.
Okay, sorry. All right, let's.
Have you
wanna
never
call me an
seen a
asshole?
rug?
Let's start digging into some other things. What are these jars behind you? These secret chemicals and stuff.
What jars? What are you talking about?
There's tubes and
They're
stuff.
guitar
Is that-
pedals.
What is all that?
Jars?
All right, we're
Ooh,
done.
what are
We're-
those?
This is the worst. We're moving on. We're moving on. We're talking about Leviathan.
They're
We're moving on.
ink bottles for my printer, you dumbass.
Yeah, sure they are.
This is like when we walked down the street in Sweden for half an hour.
That was pretty cool, though.
Dude, that was like literally 7 years ago.
I know.
All right.
When are we doing again, Chris?
It's time to bring that segment back.
We haven't actually gotten to that level of needing content ideas.
Not yet.
Not yet, but we'll get there. We still got things that we can pillage. For instance, the 1989 movie
There's more women in prison movies.
Leviathan, KHT 3000. Here we go. Let's move on and talk about Leviathan.
Patreon, $2 a month. Patreon. 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 $2 a month. Patreon. Join us for some fun stuff. Patreon.
Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good, Aaron.
Oh, his eyes are up on the fingers.
Dude,
Oh,
come on. That's actually really cool.
That's cool.
That's actually a really good character.
really good.
I like that.
I'm a rejected Muppet.
Okay.
Like, yeah, we can't use that Muppet. It's a little bit too scary.
All
I
right,
don't know.
Aaron.
Leviathan, man. Come on. Everybody knows this freaking movie.
Wait, did you have a history hole?
I thought that's
He
what we're
does,
doing.
yeah.
Just super quick.
Oh, well, I played the wrong bumper.
Who gives a shit?
I thought we weren't doing history holes.
We're not
Oh, we're
supposed to.
doing history. This
All right.
show. Why can't
2
we do
minutes,
this show
2
right?
minutes.
It's
Budget of $25 million, grossed $15 million worldwide. It was released on March
Lost $10
17th,
million.
1989. Was filmed in various places called the Adriatic Sea.
Off to coast to Greece.
But most importantly, it's directed by George P. Cosmatos. And you know what he made? His
Agreed.
next film after this, another one of my films I really love. Any guesses?
no.
No
Tremors.
guesses?
Caged Fury.
No. Tombstone.
Oh,
How do you follow up this with Tombstone? They're
kind of
very, very
fascinating?
different films. But yeah, George P. Cosmatos. Good job.
Panos
Was right-
Cosmatos' dad.
Yes.
Guy who did Mandy and stuff.
Mandy, yeah.
I wish we had a parent who was famous so that we could get able to actually do things.
I mean,
You know what I'm trying to say?
maybe you could be the famous parent for your kids
No,
instead.
it's
still
not how
time.
it works. Not in this day and age.
All right, let's move along because the dog's barking.
You're upsetting the dog. Yeah.
She's freaking out. All right, we got to go.
All right.
Just do it.
Oh, wait, you're done?
I don't know. Let's fucking move on. I can't focus. I can't
Like you
fucking
got a
focus.
history hole and then
Do
you're
we
like,
need to
I'm done.
restart this episode? I don't understand what has happened.
Fine. Our writers were David Webb Peoples and Jeb Stewart. Do you know who David Webb Peoples? Know what he's known for?
David Peoples.
David Peoples wrote Blade Runner, Unforgiven,
shit.
12 Monkeys, and Soldier.
Damn.
You mean he wrote screenplays based on other people's stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Like adapted? Because like Blade Runner and stuff like that's not original, right?
No. Well, no, but it's an
It
adaptation.
kind of
No,
is.
so-
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
very
differences
different,
between that and the story. Lady Hawk screenplay, The Blood of Heroes. Chris, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Football with
Yeah, that
rocks
movie was
in the
awesome.
future.
Oh,
That
that
was
was the
like-
football guys.
That was a great
Yeah.
movie, and you guys didn't like it.
It was a terrible movie.
I don't remember
The
much
Blood of
about
the Juggers
Soldier.
or
Is
whatever
that
it was called.
There was a lot
Soldier?
of dusty people and played football.
Kurt
right?
Russell. We should do Soldier. That's a fun Paul W.S. Anderson film. Fatal Sky.
Who is that?
It's not,
Not
me.
me.
Is there a helicopter flying over you, Aaron, or something?
Is that a frog? What the fuck?
Your stupid fucking face. How many times in the podcast has Aaron been a monster and just made monster noises as part of his section?
We call it the Monster Hole. Jeb Stewart, the co-writer, is known for writing Die Hard, Just Cause, The Fugitive,
My wife, I don't care.
Fire Down Below, which Chris, you might want to get that checked out. That might be...
Is that the Howie Long movie?
Yes, that movie is awesome.
I just remember
Wait,
throwing
really?
an axe or
We
something.
should watch that. For
No,
the
it's Steven
podcast.
Seagal.
You know these things.
Oh, is it?
Steven Seagal and Chris
no.
Christopherson.
Fire down below?
Yeah.
Or is it Firestorm? Is
Firestorm,
how
Lindsay.
That
That's what I'm
movie
thinking.
is
We should
so
we
much
should check
fun.
that out.
Yeah,
That
and he
sounds
does
good.
have an axe. I knew it. All right. Yeah, we should watch Firestorm.
Yeah. We should definitely watch Firestorm. I think that's enough of whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. I really just wanted an opportunity to do this cool face. That's all.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely worth it. All the other shit was kind of weird, but that's fine. I don't have a bumper now to get out of this.
Do the history hole bumper now.
All right, here we
We're
go.
just good. We're good.
Chris is just like, this is
What
already
the
awful.
fuck?
I just spent all this time putting together these AI trailers,
Hey, I spent 35
and the show
seconds
is
making
already so bad. Like,
We got RJ. We got Sean. We're good.
Yeah.
that.
whatever.
Viv showed up.
I'm
Yeah.
here.
I know.
He's not-
I know. It gets just so bad.
It's because Rebecca's not here to like reel things
Like,
in.
we just
Right?
can't do
Track.
anything. Like, we just can't do it. I don't
That's because
understand.
I thought we were aiming for bad. Wasn't that the goal?
No,
called
we were aiming
bad.
for good.
Oh,
We
had I
wanted
known.
the people to like the show, but we're way
so-
past
well,
that.
that-
We're way
So
past that.
it's about bad movies. I thought it was a bad podcast.
Bad
Well,
podcast about
apparently it's
movies.
both. All right. Well, Aaron, it was your freaking birthday. You're probably like 47 years old or something. I don't fucking know. Happy
you.
birthday.
How
Why'd
do you not
pick
know how
this
old I
movie?
am? I'm your brother.
I don't know. Somebody asked me when was your birthday. I didn't know. I had to figure it out. I
Fucking
didn't
Christ.
crunch the
I know you were
numbers.
born on October 47th.
Yeah, you only know when I was born because I said it earlier today.
No, I know when you're born. I know your
Larry.
birthday. Jesus Christ. I was
Yeah,
there
but
when
what
you
was
were
my
born.
conception day? Were you there when I was conceived, Aaron?
Probably. Who knows?
Yes, he was.
Mom, Dad.
Giggity.
What is
Well, hold on, son.
Oh, Jesus
Just a
Christ.
second.
I can't even take it.
He was doing my mommy spin.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
too soon, man. Too soon. Ugh.
All right, that's good. Aaron, why'd you pick Leviathan? What did you think of Leviathan?
I already
Aaron?
fucking told you 10 minutes
Start
ago.
it again. Just do it again for
Why
me.
I picked Leviathan? Because one, I like it. It's a creature movie. It's very derivative of things like Thing, Alien, etc. A little bit of The Abyss because it's underwater, but it does it in its own way that has character. It's not just like straight scene by scene ripoff necessarily. It does something different. The special effects, Dan Winston, are fucking amazing. Other than maybe the final creature thing, which is a little bit rubber suity kind of guy. I like a lot of the character actors in this are great. Story's got a little bit of that like thriller intrigue, like is the company good for the people? Fuck no, of course not. We're gonna abuse
There's no
people.
intrigue there.
Right? No, I know. I'm trying to hype it up, Spiv. Trying to hype it up for why I picked it.
Is the evil corporation evil?
We get Russian VHS tapes
Yes.
of them drinking vodka and talking about dead people. No, I've always liked this film. I've seen it a bunch of times, but I thought it would be a nice change of pace. And it's my birthday, so
Very good.
yep.
Biff, have you seen this before?
I had not seen this before, actually.
Oh, nice.
It was very nice. Yeah, it was quality. I don't know. There's not a whole lot to
He's a
say.
real
I mean,
nice guy.
Why the,
the creature
fuck we even
effects
have
were
you
great.
come on the show? Like,
I
that's
don't
what you-
know.
That's
I
what
really
you brought.
don't.
It was
I really
nice.
It was really.
I really like that monster. He's really nice.
No, it was a cool creature movie. It kept me
Yeah.
interested the whole time. It was quality cast too. I'm surprised it didn't do better at the theaters because there really weren't many flaws to it.
Okay, Lindsay.
Yeah, I like Leviathan. I mean, it's a ripoff movie, but again, it's got some great names in it and some really cool effects, and they mix things around enough to make it interesting, where you're not just like, oh, it's just aliens again. You know, it's got pieces from those three different movies, The Thing, Alien, and Abyss, but it shakes them around enough to where it's still like, you don't know exactly what's going to happen next. You don't know exactly what's going to happen. But no, it's a real fun time.
Yeah, it's derivative, but but decently budgeted. So like it overcame the fact that it's completely derivative and was still highly entertaining. This is also part of the whole like underwater movies for the time, because remember we watched The Rift. Did we watch Deep Star 6?
Deep Star 6 is another one.
That's another one.
There was
The Deep, but that was earlier.
The Deep. What was that movie we watched? We watched two versions of it. One had Bryan Cranston, one didn't, where it's like the exact same thing, except for it's in space and there's an alien creature that's like this. I think there's one called Creature and then one called like Dead Space or something.
Dead Space.
Yeah, but I think they're the same movie, just remade.
Oh, okay.
And it's like the same thing as this. Like they're all the same. They're all, hey, we're gonna make Alien, but also this one's like, I like The Thing as well. And The Abyss came out and everybody wanted to be Alien underwater, but James Cameron said no. So
Well, this came out the same year as The Abyss.
Yeah, I know.
Right? 89.
But
So it's not really a copy then.
No, but there was a lot of underwater films that year. Deep Star 6 came out that year as well.
It's the underwater.
It's the underwater year.
It was the hotness.
And then we get a resurgence of those movies a little bit. Like, what do we have? What's the one from the early 2000s?
Oh,
Not
Underwater.
the
Blue Sea.
Underwater.
Well, Underwater. Yeah, that's another
some
homage
sure.
to these kind of films. I actually like that pretty much.
me
It was
too.
pretty decent. But I'm thinking, what's the one with the tentacles on the boat?
I don't watch those kind of movies.
With Treat Williams.
Oh, Deep
Yes.
Rising.
Deep
Yeah,
Rising,
that
yes.
movie rules.
That's a great
movie's
movie.
Badass. That's much more original than this, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is.
The-
but it's like a resurgence 10 years later
The thing,
of these type of movies.
this movie steals from all those other movies, but it doesn't do any of those things nearly as well as the movie it's stealing from.
No.
So,
no.
like, specifically, the set is cool, but it's not really lit cool. Like, it
No.
doesn't
it's
have
a little
much
too
atmosphere.
flat.
Yeah,
It's too flat. Too much light.
The
Probably
thing-
more realistic, but
Probably.
yeah.
The Thing-esque quality, like they bring the Thing insofar as like it molds and takes over a person and kind of has parts of them, but it doesn't bring in the paranoia aspect of the Thing.
Right, yeah. There's never a question who's infected.
Yeah, they kind of set it up like it maybe could do that, but then they just went
Yeah.
right into just like body horror. Instead.
And then with the Abyss tie-in, is it the corporate stuff is all
The company,
on
the whole
every
thing
movie
about the
as well.
rig that they have,
Yeah.
and how there's a storm coming, so
Yeah.
they can't get picked up. There's just little shit like that.
like
Little
if
shit
I
like that.
if
The
I
whole
ask
Russian angle.
if you ask ChatGPT nowadays to like give me a movie idea that combines Alien with the Abyss with the Thing, it might just be like, here's the script for Leviathan, and like
Right.
It very well could be.
the cast. Peter Weller, I was a little confused about. I
Yeah.
love Peter Weller, and like he's great in this, but the beginning of the film paints him as like somebody who struggles with being a boss, or
Yeah.
a leader.
Yeah.
But does that really ever go anywhere after that opening?
Yeah,
I think it
because
just-
like towards the
okay.
end, he's telling people what to do, and like he's taking on that role of the leader at the end, where he's like trying
he
to
really
save
has to.
everybody. When he really has to, he's forced into it. Where before it was like he was just kind of thrust into that role by the company.
But
So
he
he has
is,
a little bit of an arc.
and he's not like your traditional miner guy because he is a geologist.
He's a geologist.
I think
yeah.
that's part of it too. It sets him up to be kind of a different person than the crew that he's working with. It adds that kind of conflict or that tension between them and the crew.
Yeah. Because they're out doing all the hard work,
Right.
and he's always in there, and yeah. So there's a separation between them.
A little bit of animosity, a little bit of lack of
What?
trust, maybe.
I don't know if they really played that up enough. Though.
They didn't.
That
They
was
did.
my
They
point,
set
is
it up.
Yeah.
They
set it up.
They said it, but they never really
Then they
acted
forget
like they
it.
didn't like each other. Yeah.
Got set it and forget it.
That was my point, because I thought there was, and maybe I'll show it. We'll show it now. There's like a very specific scene that kind of paints some of this. So here we go.
You have something to say to me?
Yeah. Section 1412 of the Tri-Oceanic Manual requires a mining shack's medical officer to be present in the control room during all exterior operations. I just want to make real damn sure that's clear.
I'll keep it to 9 holes in the morning.
Where was
Just
this golf
like
course?
Spiv does.
Yeah, they try to put that tension in there between them. And And really, I mean, because they try to play with the doctor character, Richard Crenna, like maybe he's on the side of the company a little more, or trying to get back in good with the company.
Type,
yeah,
like,
he's
thing?
a little bit of Burke. He's a little bit of Burke. He's a little bit Ash, but that's kind of a red herring because at the end he's like, "No, fuck all y'all. Everyone's gonna die, so this doesn't get to the surface."
Well, it's implied that he had some checkered past.
Yeah,
and that's why he's working down there.
Mm-hmm.
The movie opens like showing a lot of the effects work already with them in these cool suits, these practical suits.
Were cool.
Yeah, they were
I
really
looked
good.
up because like I was like, how do they do this? So I looked it up. A lot of I think most of that underwater stuff like that was actually just like a soundstage that they would use lighting effects and other practical effects, so it wasn't actually underwater.
Interesting.
Yep.
Well, it
But
worked well.
It sold for me. Here, we'll show a little bit of that. Just throw those little floaty things in the air, whatever those are.
Hey, yeah, no, I figured they filmed it in like one of those deep pools or something. You know,
Nope.
Old school movie tricks.
worked.
I do. You know what's weird? Like, there's a lot of low budget movies that are like shark movies. I'm like, how are you guys making these on a low budget? But I never watched any of them, so maybe it's like in a guy's tub or something. But I assume it's not. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's just like a little. But
It's a little kiddie pool.
I assume it's not. But anything with like water has to make it so difficult.
Oh yeah. Laura and I just watched Jaws again because it's the 50th anniversary of that. And there was
Wow,
a little,
50 years.
Yeah.
There was a little interview with Spielberg ahead of the movie, and it he said like filming on the water with the boats and just everything, like it threw their schedule out the window and made them go way over budget and over schedule, and it was just the first time he was filming on the ocean and didn't anticipate a lot of stuff. So,
but the majority of this movie takes place in their cool set, which I assume is on some soundstage somewhere that they built.
it's at the bottom of the Adriatic Sea.
About me. So is this movie supposed to take place somewhat in
Florida,
the future? I get.
It kind of
yeah.
leans a little towards that, just with like Meg Foster's character and stuff, but and just some of the technology that they've got on board. It seems to be hinting at that.
Meg Foster calls on like a video chat, which you know, 1989. That's not like a real thing, I don't think. Nowadays it's called Skype, and it's like not nearly as cool. Or it's Restream. It's not nearly as cool as it should have been, right?
Skype?
Well, Skype was a thing, yeah.
Nowadays, aka 2012.
I mean, in like that movie,
when
you're
was-
like, oh, cool, man, video chat, that's badass. But like, we literally have it now, and it's not even cool.
Nah,
How that? Why
it
is it?
leads
well,
to
they-
bad podcasts.
We did a video call in school one time in like elementary school, and we called Japan or something, and it was like a 27-digit phone number, and the picture was horrible, and you could barely hear them. I mean, the tech was there. It was so expensive, and just no one used it because it was not good.
Gotcha.
When
Well,
did video faxing become a thing?
Video
You record like
faxing?
10-second clips, and then they over to them, and then they get the clip,
Just like
and then they
fine.
record a clip and send it back to you.
faxing didn't really stick around that long. I mean, I still think medical.
Faxing is still there.
Faxing
Chris.
is
But I mean,
well
like
alive.
in a general sense, like
Oh, like
people,
at the
yeah.
home. Yeah.
Oh, good point, Sean. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jerry Goldsmith did the score in this one.
Mhm.
yeah, it definitely elevates the production
Definitely.
values of this thing. So they have the video chat technology, but then also later on when the doctor's trying to figure out what's happening, he runs like advanced scans, and he also talks to the computer like it's mother in Alien. So to me, it had to take place in some sort of futuristic sense. Also, do we have underwater facilities like this now? Like 2 miles
There's
down?
underwater mining facilities. I don't know if they operate or function or look like that, but I don't think there's dudes in giant suits walking around on the ocean floor. I mean,
Not 2 miles
there is,
down,
but I don't
yeah.
know. But not 2 miles down.
Where was
Yeah,
that?
there's a movie that just came out not too long ago with Woody Harrelson about a real life story about something to
Breathe
do
or
with
something.
yeah,
like
something to do with
Yeah.
that. With I don't know if this is to do with the drilling rigs and stuff. But basically, I mean, with the divers, they go into a big diving bell and spend like a week down there, adjusting to the pressure, and then they can go out into the water at depth.
Wait, so you could go that far down?
Well,
The
you're
deepest scuba dive is 1,000 feet. On
Yeah,
record,
so-
But these people
2
were about
miles.
2 miles
that's
down.
10,
not that
10,000
yeah, not
feet,
that
right?
yeah, not that deep, but basically they go into they change pressure, they get adjusted to the pressure, and then when they need to come back up, they have to do the same process.
Where was that recent little submarine that blew up? How far down was that thing?
Oh,
That was going to the Titanic, right? So
That was
Something
pretty
like-
far
yeah.
down there.
yeah.
I mean, think about 2 miles down. That's so
That's
far
well, it's just
down.
crazy.
pure dark. Like there's nothing.
Because it's like, I think the deepest scuba dive I've ever done was 60 feet. And that was crazy.
I never have done any
That
kind
was
of
crazy.
scuba situation.
I've never done scuba. I'd like to.
It's I find it relaxing, but it can get intense.
Even 60 feet. That's
it feels like you're way the hell down
Yeah,
there.
because it's not like you
That's
can
a lot
just
of
go
water
up
on
and you're
top
up.
of you.
Like it's
No,
gonna take a
because there
while.
you have to wait. Once you ascend, you have to wait like 10 feet below for like 10, 15 minutes and then go up. And yeah, even just at 60 feet, you got to do some depressurization shit.
Well, they depressurized in this movie by riding that
By
balloon
hitting a
up
button?
2 miles in about 20 seconds.
Their blood totally didn't explode at the end.
yeah.
No.
So these guys that I was talking about, they go down to 200 meters down,
Oh, wow.
and that's after breathing helium oxygen mixture in the diving bell for a while. So basically
That's
you're
still
changing
only,
the
700 feet.
yeah.
800
It's
feet.
plenty deep, but yeah.
But yeah, pretty much this movie is they find a wrecked ship like an alien. And instead of an alien being on board, there's a virus on board that they bring back.
Hidden in,
Like a man-made kind of virus.
Yeah.
yeah, I have a clip showcasing the wrecked ship.
Leviathan. What? Leviathan.
Leviathan.
The doctor knows Russian.
The Russian
that-
ship that
the
was sunk
six-pack.
by what they believe to be the Russians themselves
Yes.
to either eliminate or hide this creation.
Yeah, what did they call it? I wrote it down. Homo aquaticus
That's
is what the
All
doctor
right.
said.
not even-
Homo
All
aquaticus.
right.
not even gonna touch that. So it wasn't an alien origin. That it was they
No.
created this.
Right.
They
They're trying
created
to
it.
Russian
basically
invention.
engineer humans that can breathe underwater, like be or
Which I think they succeeded, right?
they're not
They
really
just kinda-
humans anymore, but yeah,
They had
They got
faces.
pieces, a human.
faces.
There's
They
parts.
might have gone a little
Kill
murderous.
me.
It's a very fast acting.
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because
It
Six pack has that vodka.
it's like
and then he-
Prometheus level, like
an hour
black
later, he's sick.
goo.
it's like an hour or so. He gets infected, and then all of a sudden he is the thing monster.
Sprouting scales and
He's a fisherman. He's got
the
He's a
girl-
fisherman.
He's a fisherman, Jerry.
Yeah, he's a fisherman.
The other woman gets infected relatively quickly
Yep.
too, but
Yeah,
she ends
Beverly
up
Hills
just
Cop.
killing
She
herself.
Killing
herself,
himself.
yeah.
Smart move.
Well, did it
No.
help?
but she
'Cause-
still becomes part of it.
Yeah, but she's not alive to realize. She's not alive to go, help me,
Ripley.
please.
So you're telling me, like, if you get absorbed into this this one thing, are you not still there in some way?
It's
You
like
don't think?
Slither.
It like absorbs not your intelligence, but like your knowledge and your memories and things.
But I feel
'Cause-
like when they saw the people's faces, they were like talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure. It,
So-
it just merges the body matter into. Yeah.
So with the thing, when they merged, were the people still in it as well, or
No, because
No.
it's doubling or
That's true.
something. It's
Something like-
it,
it's like
yeah, it's trying to
absorbing-
yeah.
Yeah,
mimic.
it would mimic them. Yeah,
this
this is
just
their
like,
actual.
This is just I'm just using your body and
like
yeah, because
it-
at one point we get the two dead people start merging together on the table in the
That's how I like it.
like if me and Aaron, like if they sewed our backs together and then the skin grew together, it'd be kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then we'll stick you in a body bag and throw you in the ocean.
And then we put Scott's head in our stomach. And he goes, kill me. He mostly absorbed you. Mostly. Nice one, Sean.
Let's take a look at this thing.
What's going on?
Damn,
I'm
those
getting
are
the fuck out of
badass.
there. When I start
Right?
seeing that stuff,
Badass.
nope.
That's why I love Ernie Hudson's character so much, because he has the best lines in this movie. Just some of the best lines in this movie. And they have the audacity to let him get to the end and then kill him off.
That is
I was
so
like,
rude.
that's some
The way
bullshit.
they fucking killed him at the end.
I was surprised he made it to the end because
Yeah.
these movies, there's always one or two people left.
Yeah, they played it up pretty early on that woman was interested in Peter Weller.
Yeah.
And then,
that,
I mean, who isn't, for one?
Dr.
And then
Peter Weller.
he, I guess, was interested in her.
they were flirty,
A little flirty, yeah.
and she was going.
He's trying to
jogging
keep
with
it
no
He's a
professional.
geologist, He's not going to be real.
You like rocks?
Yeah, how does he get his
I like
rocks off?
rocks.
How does he get his rocks off?
I appreciate your cleavage.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
I don't know anything about rocks.
That's my geology knowledge right there.
If you're not busy Saturday, maybe I can polish you.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Aaron. The other guy that I recognized in this film was the guy
not
from
good.
The Princess Diaries.
Yeah.
Hector
Yes,
Elizondo.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
who
Elizondo.
gets scratched.
Just a little
Poor
scratch,
guy,
little,
yeah.
little flesh wound.
But
Then he gets a mouth in his hand. That was cool.
this is the unclear part, because there's a moment later on where Peter Weller kind of gets grabbed by the creature.
He doesn't
And
But
get
it
it's like-
doesn't scratch him.
He's the main character, Chris.
Yeah, so that's how does it spread? Because did the Princess Diaries guy get infected from that scratch? Because
Yes,
later
because it
Yes.
drew blood. It
okay, but
drew
later on
blood.
he's like it's itchy, and you're like okay, let's see it, and they're like oh it looks good.
Yeah,
Because
the
the
was
doctor,
healing.
but the doctor knows
Right.
that they're all fucked, so
He's
he's,
the-
not
he's the
gonna
Ash.
let him
Oh,
know.
you're saying
Yeah.
he was lying there? I thought he was being
He,
serious.
no, he was totally
He's,
lying. He's like everyone
what a
here
conniving
needs to,
son of a bee! I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
He's not one. He's like a reverse Ash. He doesn't
he's not
want
Ash.
the company to
He's,
get it.
he's
he
Ash.
wants. He's like, we all gotta die, so this doesn't get out.
Yeah, I got that when he told Mother or whatever. He's like,
Yeah.
get rid of the
Yeah.
balloons.
But no,
we're
he
all
was
fucked.
straight up lying to Princess Diaries.
Okay, I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Princess Diaries.
Dude, Princess
That's
Diaries is a
his
pretty good
name.
movie. It's a pretty good movie.
That's
It's a great
quality
movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's watch him get scratched and we can all fantasize.
Okay.
That was a nasty.
I feel something moving. I do too.
They might be
Is there a
alive.
body in here? Yeah.
Well, they were
Do
trying to
not- do
hide
not-
it, I think.
Do you not trust
Yeah.
the captain and the doctor that much? That you think there's alive people in the body bag?
Well, that's they didn't like the doctor,
They had the mistrust,
and they
there,
didn't
yeah.
think that the captain was. They didn't respect him, so
Well, I think they're both kind of new to the crew, so they don't trust them yet. Yeah.
But they have one day left before they go home.
right.
I know
They've been down there for 2 months.
one day from retirement.
together.
They're getting too old for this shit, Spiv.
Exactly.
And all the while, Peter Weller is communicating to the surface to Meg Foster from They Live. Mm-hmm. And she's like in an office in a high rise, it looks like. And she's like, oh, everything's great. We'll pick you up in one day. But then it turns out, well, maybe it won't be one day because there's a hurricane. And so we're going to have to delay things by about 12 hours.
Although
then
we
shit
know
gets-
that there's not a hurricane because Winston checks the forecast
Winston
Yeah.
checks the forecast.
because he doesn't like waves.
Yeah. He hates waves, which is a part of his character.
It's a good thing he works under the ocean.
Right.
Is there no waves under the
Are
ocean?
there waves? I don't know.
Like,
I think you would still feel the.
yeah. Does there
pull,
not like?
right?
I guess it's just
Not
current
2 miles
at that point,
down.
right?
Yeah, there's currents and streams, Gulf Stream, all that shit.
But they're not visible, really. I guess when you're under the water.
Yeah.
It's all just
That's
water.
crazy. That seems scary. I don't want to ever go underwater.
It'd be like wind.
Oh God. Not wind. Let's look at the
Oh
guy.
man, there's your new movie, Chris. Water Wind.
Just when you thought it was safe to be in the water, there's
It's like my
wind.
drive home today. Jesus. It was like pouring
Oh, yeah, you left
sideways at
later.
really high
Yeah.
speed. It was ridiculous.
So
Some of the weapons that they use are pretty nutty looking.
Oh, I should have pulled
awesome.
that.
That's what, yes.
That montage
the
where they're like
flamethrowers.
showing weapons
all
to
the
camera.
crazy saws and axes and the flamethrowers.
Peter Weller had like 8 different weapons he just showed to the screen, and it was like,
Implements
what
of
the fuck?
destruction.
I got this.
Yeah, it was like one was like a fork. It was like,
Implements
I don't know
of
about that.
destruction, not certificate of destruction. That is not a good bit.
That is a quality band name.
What
Time
is it?
out. Certificate of destruction. He thinks that's a good band name.
Like
Pretty
you get a
awesome.
certificate.
Let me throw a band name idea out there that you guys might like. What do you guys think of the name Tenement of Clay?
What is that?
House of Dirt.
This is
Well, that
this
brings
is a
back
high
memories.
school thing. We were in a
Okay,
metal
I was-
band.
Called
Just came up
Tenement
with
of
Tenement
Clay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Dirt House. We are Dirt House.
We went with it, didn't we go with it?
Yeah, you
like
made a
one
sign and
song.
it stuck it up in the back. But
There you go.
Who made a sign? I didn't make a sign.
You made a sign,
I
and
think
then,
Seppi made a
Sean
sign.
made a sign that said Skullcraft. That was a cool name too.
That's much better than Certificate of Destruction.
Certificate of Doom? Is that what you said?
No.
Certificate of Destruction.
Oh, it's like a bad
like-
Megadeth song or something. It's like a new Megadeth song.
Oh boy. I
Anyways,
think it's good.
Guys, we're talking about
I'm
Leviathan.
not letting
here.
you in the band.
What a badass name, though. What
Yeah.
a badass name.
Well, it's a mythical creature, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the giant
Oh, we don't have a
monster
game tonight,
under the
so-
sea.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have a game. I could have made a game. I could have done a
You should
game.
have done car fart.
Oh, I should have done boat or fart.
Border fart?
Boat or goat.
Boat and goat. All right, maybe next week.
Is it a boat trying to
Maybe
start?
next week.
Or
We'll try. We'll pull that together.
that
Yeah,
would-
we
that
haven't
would
done
really be a
a
good one.
game like that
boat
in a
or
while.
and you make fun of the history hole. You got freaking car
This
fart.
this movie did have a couple scenes that were really done well. That like give you kind of that like spook, kind of like Alien did. And the one that pops out in my head is when Ernie Hudson goes into the sick bay to check on Daniel Stern.
Hey, sorry
'cause
to bother you, man.
He's dead, but he
Yeah.
doesn't know that. We know that he's dead. And then he's standing there, and then the guy's leg moves, and it's such an effective thing, and it's so subtle, and it's lit well, and it's like that's one of my favorite scenes in the movie because it's really really done.
No,
well.
that was definitely a great scene. That gave me the Thing vibes too.
For sure.
The guy from Batteries Not Included. This creature is confusing.
It does so many
It
things.
does
Yeah.
so many
forms.
things.
Yeah.
It has so many forms. Here's one of the forms. I mean, it's cool, but let's just check it out.
It's like a eel slug thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
Straight through your chest.
And I guess once you're bitten once, you are now
that.
becoming part of it.
Now was that the
Spitting twice,
leg?
die.
That was
got
part of the
squished.
thing that got cut off. Yeah.
Right, and it turned into that. So it's like always evolving.
Yeah.
Like me. We do get some, and I have a couple. We do get like a full shot of it here and there. More at the end when it pops out of the water is it much clearer, but it does have a kind of fish-like look.
Like an
by the end.
anglerfish kind of
Yeah.
face.
A little bit.
So I have to assume the Russians, when they were doing their experiments, it was like, what if a human and a fish, a human fish, and then that's what you get.
I'm pretty sure that's
If you
exactly
were-
how the conversation
If you were
went.
basically a scientist,
Speaking scientifically,
yeah, you're
if-
science.
Yes.
What
remember
would you do?
Jurassic Park guys? They took the dinosaur DNA, but they were
Dino
gaps.
DNA.
So they had
did
to
the
use
frog.
frog DNA to fill the gaps,
True.
and it made the dinosaurs different,
Yep.
right? Just like this movie, they had the human DNA and they had the fish DNA, and they shoved them together, and this is what we get.
Yeah.
Fish
Well, what
creature.
did they put in the gaps for this creature?
Artificial
maybe-
crab meat.
Crab with a K.
That stuff's actually not that bad. I kind of like that.
No, it's not
It
that bad.
tastes just
Yeah.
like crab.
It really does.
But yeah, so that's what it was.
All right, let's take a look at it. I think I have a brief view here, and then we have another view later.
He's very
Paul
very
audio on
gooey
no sound on
and
that one.
Yeah.
moist, well moisturized.
He's a fisherman, they gotta stay
That's what I
lubricated.
would
That's the
expect.
thing. Like this creature is able to breathe without
Oxygen in the
water.
air
Yeah, in the air and in the water.
Well, he's a fish.
Assuming it needs oxygen at all.
And I assume there's some fish that can do that. No, is there a fish that can do
Yeah, there's fish
Yeah.
that can walk
There's
on land.
fish that can go on land. Yeah.
They have lungs and gills.
that? Why don't we get some gills up in this, John?
That's what the Russians said.
Hold
Ask
still, I'll get a
Kevin
knife.
Costner.
Kevin Costner does have gills. That's true. So in the end,
It doesn't even matter.
it doesn't even matter. Dude, this creature
so
is
hard.
sabotaging the underwater mining.
These fucking things up
place.
left and right. An OSHA disaster.
There's water leakage. There's oxygen being depleted, and at some point, because of the levels being off there, they're going to be crushed by
Yeah.
pressure.
Yep.
Implosion.
So
Well,
their
they are
time
2
is limited.
miles down. What would the pressure be down that 2 miles?
Very,
Oh,
very
You
high.
carry the
It's a lot of
lungs
water
if
on
it's,
top of you.
to the.
It's like being with your mom. No.
It's a lot. So they have to get an escape, but the doctor knows that this is a virus that'll spread, so he sends all the escape pods away so that they're stuck. However, they have their cool futuristic underwater scuba suit things that have balloons they can attach that'll just shoot them suckers right up to the surface, lickety split, which they do in about 12 seconds.
And decompresses them on the way.
decompresses
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, how's
On the
that
way.
possible?
Boy, does it
feature.
decompress them on the way?
It says
Oh, is
It
that-
says it, yeah.
Oh, I thought that was like a warning, like they needed to decompress, not that it was
Right.
actively happening. But maybe their suits can do that. That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Because otherwise, yeah.
Because
they're-
otherwise their heads would have exploded.
yeah, they're yeah.
They would have looked like a
too.
blobfish.
All the nitrogen in their blood would turn to gas. Not good.
So they make it to the surface, but the creature doesn't need to decompress. And the creature swims very fast
Very fast.
because it's
Well, because it's the original creature that they flushed.
right in its full
Right?
form, I assume. But I don't understand how it swam 2 miles up to the surface that quick.
Fast as a fish.
Movie reasons.
Is a fish that fast?
Ernie Hudson
Fish
needed
fast.
to die.
Fast fish.
Fast as fuck fish.
How fast fish can
Fishman.
fish fast?
Fish fast.
fish. How many fish can you fit?
Yeah, fucking
Fast
fast.
fish, fast fish.
Fast fucking fish, man.
Damn, fast fucking fish. Here we go. Let's just watch it get blown up. Here.
Terrible one-liner.
Fucker.
Terrible one-liner.
I wanted it to be something about fish sticks or something.
They motherfucker.
I was gonna say it's probably fun to do a one-liner like that, but then I remember that I was in that movie and I was given a one-liner, and I like totally didn't nail it because I didn't know I was even in the
You know
movie
you were
until I
giving a
showed up.
one-liner?
What was your one-liner again, Chris?
I don't remember what it was, and I think I was like not of right mind when we were filming that night because I think I thought I was done and all. Anyways, a
There are a lot of
one-liner
excuses.
is cool, but yeah, he's just like fucker. It's kind of lame.
I think
What's
he
it
said,
say?
taste
Yeah.
this or something. Yeah.
Say was what I wrote down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the explosion was cool. And the very end, when they run into Meg Foster, he just punches her right in the face. Which
That's
I thought
pretty
was
funny. I like that.
That
yeah.
was great.
That's the film.
Yeah,
that's a
the
wrap.
film.
That's great. There's no
You
no
are
notes.
fine. There you go.
Yeah, I know I was frozen. I was uploading the clip. All
Like a
right.
fish stick.
So, yeah, this is a hard one to talk about because it's a good movie. So,
It's a great movie.
Yeah, they're really nothing bad with it.
no, I mean, it got reviewed very poorly back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Well, I
is
think
surprising.
it is very derivative, though.
It's
I mean, that's a lot.
derivative.
Yeah,
Especially back
okay.
then, having just gone through
All those movies are fresh.
those movies,
More fresh.
and
Yeah.
right? It's like, okay, here's another one of these kind of films, right?
Yeah.
But 30 some years removed,
Well, and nowadays, those movies, like, people are like, these are my favorite movies. The Thing
Right.
and Alien, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
a lot of people our age were very important to them. So, if you haven't seen Leviathan,
You should check it out.
That's crazy. Aaron, would you recommend it?
Of course.
Biff,
I would.
Lindsay.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. I even liked The Rift. I think a lot.
Was that the one where they like went exploring in that cave and found the
Yeah.
lab? And,
Yeah,
that
there's
was a
those
fun
like
one.
creatures in the cave. I don't remember Deep Star 6.
I don't remember that either. I know we've talked
It's
about
very
it. Did we
similar
watch it?
to
It's very
Leviathan.
similar because I get them.
And they came out
I got
the
them
same year.
confused a lot.
I'm trying to remember
Because even
who's in
the
that, though.
suits look the same and stuff, and
I just remember the
what I
cover
remember.
from the movie store.
I've definitely seen
It
this.
was like, oh, that looks so cool. And then when I finally saw it, I was like, okay, it's like Leviathan, but not quite as good.
Star 6.
It's
Yeah.
got Greg Evigan as
it's
McBride.
got the guy who played the
They're setting up
Beast, right, from
underwater
Beauty and the
nuclear
Beast.
missiles.
Is that
Huh?
him? You know the Beauty and the Beast show?
Ron Perlman.
Oh, is that Ron Perlman?
That
You're
was
right.
Ron Perlman.
Who's this
Ron
guy,
Perlman is
Greg
not in this
Evigan?
film.
What is he in that?
Yeah, he looks familiar. He's from TV shows or something, right?
BJ and the Bear.
There you go.
What?
Who
It's
doesn't
the
love a
truck
good...
driver with his
I don't
monkey.
know. It sounds
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
one of Aaron's weekend plans.
My weekend plans never involve BJ, Chris.
All right. That's great. Time to move on and do the AI crap hole. So here we go.
Welcome to the AI crap hole, where the future is, well, you'll see.
All right.
That doesn't make any sense. Well,
Well,
you'll see.
All right. Well, first off, I asked ChatGPT while doing the show to give me a movie idea if you cross the film Alien, The Thing, and The Abyss, and it came up with this film.
Oh my god.
It did?
Abyssal Descent. When a deep-sea research rig drilling near a newly discovered volcanic vent unleashes a dormant extraterrestrial organism, the isolated crew must battle both the crushing depths and shape-shifting horror that can mimic any of them before they all succumb to the abyss.
That's very derivative. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
it just took each concept and just.
Yeah,
And what did it do?
the lead guy is Commander Jonas Beck.
Because in the middle it squeezes out the sides.
That was good, Lindsay. Very scientific of you. Let's look at some posters.
What? It squeezes out the sides.
Like a sandwich.
Like a sandwich.
All right, we got
Whoa,
SpongeBob Abyss
What the
Pants.
fuck?
Who devours in a pineapple under the sea?
That's fucking cool.
SpongeBob's standing there too.
SpongeBob Abyss Pants.
I was trying to make a fake trailer for that one, but it wouldn't do it. It kept saying it was
No.
copyright.
Okay.
Oh.
Leviathan. Yo, that beat just bit Ricky. What? I don't know. This is what it came up with. We do have a trailer for this. This trailer's not very good.
No, he's
that's
spitting
Chris
rhymes.
Tucker
He's got a
down there.
microphone.
Yeah, he's spitting rhymes. So let's see what the trailer is. I don't think the trailer quite
Oh,
understood
Jesus.
what this
could be
was.
offensive.
We about to make the studio flood.
Yo, we got them killer bars. We ain't never seen nothing like that, yo.
Just when you thought you heard it all, it's Leviathan. It's the beast with all the beats. Leviathan.
The beast with all the beats.
I had to add that because it made no sense what it gave me. So that was Leviathan.
That's something. I don't know if I want to watch that, but it's something. It might have a cry.
Underground or underwater rap battle gets interrupted by a sea monster.
Yeah.
We got Leviathan, which I think it's
Ew.
supposed to be Goldie Hawn. Love is deeper than the ocean. Unfortunately, so is he. Wouldn't it be fortunately so is he?
What is that? Where? I don't
It's
wanna
Goldie-
know.
She does not look happy about it.
No.
It's Goldie Hawn in love with a sea creature.
Or the sea creature's in love with her.
Yeah.
What's wrong with her hand?
Yeah, I don't
I
think she
can't see
wants
her
the
hand.
flowers.
I
No.
don't know.
They're holding hands?
I don't know.
No, because her arm would be all fucked up. She doesn't have
Yeah.
a hand anymore.
No. What's that note say?
For you.
On a post-it note.
How romantic.
Well, I can't talk.
True.
They put a kid right?
All right. The next
In
one
cursive?
is Liverthan.
Is that?
It's Gordon Ramsay. The liver is raw and sentient.
Oh my god!
I would watch that. That sounds amazing. Yeah.
I don't even know. Okay. Leviathan, podcast from the deep. Stop recording before it stops you. Okay. The one guy, he has, I don't know what he has. Everybody else has microphones.
What is he holding there?
I don't know. Subway, eat fresh or be eaten first. Subway-a-thon.
What?
So dumb.
Well, instead of a shipment of like Subway fresh meat, they got a Leviathan.
There you go.
What are
It's
they gonna
supposed to
do?
be tuna salad.
Yeah.
What?
Leviathander, swipe right to your doom.
That's a pretty good poster.
It's a pretty good poster. Leviacation, your dream getaway becomes your nightmare checkout.
Dream of Leviathan.
And this is one I made it do. Love Island thon. Hot, wet, and very wrong.
Ew.
And we have a trailer for Love Island.
Welcome back
Here
to
we
the
go.
Hydro Haven singles. I hope you're all feeling refreshed and ready to dive deeper into love. Welcome to Love Island Athens, where finding your perfect match might just be the death of you. 12 hot singles, one terrifying secret. Welcome to Love Island Deep Dive. What was that? This season, getting dumped is the least of your worries.
That was actually pretty impressive.
That one's pretty good, right? 'Cause
That tagline was pretty good.
Yeah.
That took three. I mean, there's three clips, three distinct clips that I have to stitch together. So
But
that
it worked.
one
That
was
worked
pretty
pretty well.
consistent. I just had to do a little bit of editing. So that's the AI crap hole this week. I thought
Nice job, Chris.
I thought it was better than I was expecting. Honestly,
You did great.
I didn't. ChatGPT
It's learning.
learning how to improve.
Are you really Chris or you ChatGPT?
One day, I hope I'm just ChatGPT.
How will we know though? Like, what will be the?
I'm more coherent. Less drunk. No, I'm not even drunk.
He didn't talk about buttholes that episode. That must have been when the singularity happened.
No, he talked
Took
about
over.
buttholes constantly.
Oh,
That's the trait that it picked up on.
maybe.
What's next?
The thing that we do next
It's
is
listener feedback.
listener feedback.
Oh yeah.
So let's transition into that. Here we go.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week, we checked out Caged Fury.
Why am I frozen? There we go.
You're not
What do you
frozen.
mean we?
I mean,
What the
the actual
You mean
devoted
me and Lindsay
members
checked
of
out
the
Caged Fury?
podcast. Rebecca was there too. Jinx says, not that it would do any good, but the owners of this type of film should pull them all from circulation except for educational, teaching why they're wrong purposes.
True.
I
Yeah, I
agree,
didn't like
yeah.
that movie.
It was just trash. I didn't even finish it. Jinx, again, too many ocean monster movies that year. This coming from a Godzilla fan. Leviathan was fun, though.
Leviathan's fun. I think all those are fun.
Mm-hmm.
I think Godzilla movies are fun. TB Kane. Can Spiv's name just be changed to Liar?
Oh shit!
Damn!
Too
Calling you
often
out.
we have been tricked into thinking he will appear, only for him to disappoint us, the way only a movie from the Bad Movie Night podcast should.
There you go, Spiv. How does that make you feel?
I'm sorry, TB Kane. I've never heard of you before.
What?
I'm sorry we disappointed.
Pretty sure we've heard of TB Kane before.
TB Kane? I don't remember reading that one. He's been a subscriber for 6 years. So there you go.
6 years. And you,
Sorry, TB.
Spiv.
I don't think I've read one of his comments before.
That name sounds familiar.
I do remember names.
Yep.
David Black, another pervert classic. Alternate title: Caged Boobs and the Titty Fury.
Another pervert classic. Dude, that movie's so
I mean,
worse.
that could be a podcast right there.
That movie's way worse
Presenting another perfect
Witchcraft.
classic.
Yeah, I'm
You
okay
could
with,
probably
like,
do a
yeah.
podcast just on women in cages films. There's so many of them.
What would you call that?
Caged.
Maybe we could reenact it.
You and Aaron.
We do that every day at work.
I know. Maybe we should film it. We could call it Certificates of
Jesus Christ.
All right, at least you brought it back around.
Good job. Good job, Scott. Good job.
That does it for our listener feedback on Cage Fury.
All right.
Hopefully we get some more on Leviathan.
We won't on this episode.
We won't.
This is
It'll be one person who doesn't watch the podcast saying, "Oh, this movie's awesome. You guys suck."
It's gonna be mean comments like that.
It'll be.
Hold on.
Oh, I thought this was the movie.
I gotta go. Hold on. I gotta go open the door. So you guys, I'm gonna show you the wheel. Talk about movies on the wheel. I'll be right back.
Oh man, what
I
we got
don't
on
want
there?
to. I can't read the names.
We got
on
Grave Mistake.
Oh, grave mistake.
1990 Bronx Warriors.
Yep, we got
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, yep.
We
got
have Here
something
is
bread, bird, bats.
Here for Blood.
Here for blood.
And KG 3000.
Oh God,
Yes.
what is that?
And,
Did you just watch that last week?
Ricky O.
Ricky O.
Isn't that what it's called? It's Ricky something. It's a ninja movie.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be cool.
It was Wired.
We'll go on the Patreon wheel chat here. Ricky O, the story of Ricky.
Okay.
That'll be a fun. That one, yeah.
That's probably a fun one. Grave Mistake is Paul Lilienthal's pick.
Man, haven't heard that name in a
It
while.
looks like kind of a slasher movie.
Okay.
What's
KG
Wired?
3000 is Chris's pick.
Wired is the Jim Belushi bio
What is
or
Wired?
something.
Seriously?
That's not
Yeah.
on my list.
It came
Oh,
up.
here it is.
Somebody recommended it. We're like,
Billy
I guess
Mount
we'll do it.
III recommended Wired. Is that like a mobster movie? Or like Wired,
No.
like he's a witness
It's the
or
John
something?
Belushi movie.
All right. Do we figure out
isn't it?
what are we
it's the
hoping
ghost
for
of John Belushi looks back on his troubled life and career, while journalist Bob Woodward researches Belushi's life as he prepares to write a book about the late comic actor.
What?
Huh.
Who put that on there? Is that
I don't
a
know.
If
It
that's
came-
the right
It
kind
came
of
up
movie.
at some
Serious.
point. Yeah,
Okay.
it might be interesting. I don't know.
All right. Which one are we hoping for?
It's got Michael Chiklis. He plays John Belushi.
Oh, the commish.
I want
Yep.
either Ricky
HT 3000.
or KG 3000. Yeah.
Didn't you get enough of that last week?
I want boobs in space.
Ooh, in space? I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Ah,
Vampire in Brooklyn.
I've never seen this.
I've never
Me
seen
neither.
either.
That's is it like
Eddie
It's someone we
Murphy
know. It's Eddie
and
Murphy,
right?
what's her name?
Vivica Fox or something?
No, Angela Bassett? No.
That sounds right.
It's
Yeah, Angela Bassett.
In
Yeah.
Brooklyn. There we are.
Is this a bad movie?
It's a 4.7 out of 10.
All right, hold on.
It
I mean,
bombed.
it's yeah.
Okay.
It's a Wes Craven movie.
Oh, okay. Is it a comedy or a horror movie?
Both,
Yes.
I think.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I bombed.
He wrote the movie with Charlie Murphy.
Oh, nice.
Fuck your couch.
That's what I was thinking.
For centuries, they have roamed the earth.
Oh man.
Fearsome creatures of the night, endlessly seeking to satisfy an unyielding hunger.
Damn.
This looks fun.
They could be showing us all the cool parts.
And I've been hanged. Even broken on the rack once, but I've never been shot before.
Oh, it's a
Kind of
comedy.
itches a little.
Oh, I like this.
You got the dropsies. Won't be worth hurting.
I'm a cop.
You idiot.
Try it. Funny, I'll shoot you.
Vampire.
This looks fun.
This is fun.
No, it'll
Yeah,
be fun.
it looks fun. Yeah.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
The dog agrees. I'm on the right side now. All right. I feel
It
better.
looks like it is available on Pluto
Christ.
TV, which is Spiv's favorite channel, and I think
we
it's on
lost it.
YouTube
It's-
and
changed that channel to
Amazon.
something
It's pretty
else.
much everywhere. It is
It was a
directed
pretty
by
big
Wes
movie, I
Craven.
thought.
Oh, it's a Wes Craven film?
It's
I didn't know
directed
that.
by him, written
That's-
by Eddie Murphy, Charlie Murphy, and Vernon Lynch.
Who's Vernon Lynch? That sounds familiar.
I don't know. Vernon Lynch is there. Just say names. I don't freaking know. Okay.
Why would you not say?
Let's see, Vernon Lynch.
He wrote this, and that's it.
Really?
Yeah. He was a producer of the Don Rickles One Night Only TV special. All right. Is that what
He
you
also
fucking
wrote
wanted
the
to
music.
know?
He was in the music
video.
department for Coming to America.
There you go. That's probably
Coming
how
to
you met Eddie
America
Murphy.
2.
Yep.
All right, we did it. We survived the show. The show has been survived. It was a great episode. If you have
Always
very
is.
low standards for things.
Rebecca will be back next week.
Rebecca will be back next
Don't
week.
worry.
Next week better.
Don't worry.
Spid probably won't show up. Aaron's probably going on his third vacation this week. But me and Lindsay will be here.
Dude, that was the first vacation I have taken in like 9 years. Don't give me shit, okay?
Sure.
Seriously.
When
Like
your
an
life is
actual
a
vacation?
But, you know.
Why do you think my life is a vacation? What's so great about my life that it's like a vacation to you?
Because you get to work with me.
Did you get to work with
That is not a vacation.
Thanks.
Don't you guys get like free ice cream and shit? At
You
work?
guys not
I can't. I'm
Whenever
lactose
we want
intolerant.
it. But yeah,
You guys not get to
Oh.
like talk to each other during the day?
he
that's the
goes in
problem.
his office and closes the door.
Yeah, because I don't want to talk to anybody. And then I come over to say something to you, and then 3 hours pass.
I know.
I must
He
be
came in-
wildly inappropriate.
He stuck
at
his
work.
head in the door today. He said, "Hey, how's it going?" And then he was in there for like 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Doing what?
because he won't stop talking to
Yapping
me.
about nothing.
What were you talking
Wait,
about?
what?
They're fingering each other's guitars.
He won't even
Noodling
bring
with
his
each
guitar to
other's
work.
strings.
Fingering each other's frets.
Frets, yeah. Playing with each other's
Steel.
whammy bars.
Jumbo.
Is that your G string?
Give me that whammy bar.
Oh, that's my D. Anyways, guys.
Vibrato.
All right, we're done. We're done. This is what you guys do. All right, we're done. This is a great episode, guys. Terrible fucking episode, Aaron. I hope you're happy. This is your fucking birthday episode. You ruined it. Everything's ruined. It's so long working on these AI things. This is the worst fucking episode. I'm so mad. All right, we'll be back next
why
week.
are
We're
you
talking
so
Vampire
fucking
and
mad about
Brooklyn
this episode?
because I want things to be good for once.
Chris, we're 9
one
years
time.
into this, right? 8 years
One
into
time,
this?
I want it to be like, wow, that was a really good episode, guys.
We've had a few of those over the years.
What
Vampire
constitutes
Yeah.
a good episode?
Yeah.
Like, what do you
Yeah.
define as a
When
good
people
episode?
watch it and they're like, that was a good episode.
Okay, well, maybe you need to change what constitutes a good episode.
You need to get rid of any,
Lower your expectations.
They didn't call for your death. Okay, then we're doing pretty good.
They will for this one because it's a good
Give it
movie.
enough time.
You know, we'll get there. All right, whatever. We're done. I don't care. We're doing Vampire in Brooklyn next week. If you show up, then
What do you
that's
guys
cool.
got against underwater?
Yeah, maybe
movies?
the listeners will show up. Some of the listeners show up more than the fucking people on the show. I'll
Water
tell you that right now.
sustains
So
human
we'll see.
life.
We'll see you next week, guys. When we
I like fish.
talk about Vampire in Brooklyn.
Fuck you guys.
I'm sure Aaron will spend 45 minutes making a stupid fucking image, and then
I spent 35 seconds. You spent an hour and a half doing AI videos, and then you're all pissed off about it for some reason. I don't know why. It was entertaining.
Because he missed Love Island.
Yeah.
oh, I can't even keep up with Love Island. It's on every fucking night. This shit's crazy.
You actually watched that?
Yeah,
He
we're
does.
watching it.
We discussed it last week while you were in
Okay,
Mexico.
I wasn't here, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Did
we do
when
Cold
you
last
show up for
week?
the show is all, and then you would know what's going on.
I'm gonna give you a permanent vacation.
All right, we're done. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm leaving. All right, that's it, guys. We'll catch you here next week when we talk about Vampire in Brooklyn. Goodbye.
Vampire.
Thanks for listening to the Bad Movie Night Podcast.
Bad Movie Night.